welcome back to Loaded Potatoes. We're so excited to be back here with Ariana. And I was just telling her handle. I'm always like, I just called her Houston Guru. And then I was like, no, Brooks Houston Guru.
She is a Houston Guru.
She is.
I am a Houston Guru.
Yeah.
But it just happened to be a Brooks.
A Brooks Houston Guru. But anyways, we had the pleasure of meeting her through Brooks and through Michael, who's now behind the camera, not in the corner. There he is.
Don't be awkward,
There he is. Don't be awkward, Michael. I don't think he can help
You need that clip. Also, only just like clip yourself into it.
Yeah. Like a
Just
little
like-
picture.
yeah.
Like a
Right
split
here.
screen. Yeah.
Just like flying in.
all the AI stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. We're so
Thanks for
excited to have
having me.
you.
I'm so excited. Like I was saying, this is my first podcast. Been on, so.
Wow. Look at us.
Long time
The
listener.
best one.
I know,
Yeah.
long-time listener. So happy to be here. Oh, how exciting. So how you been? I know you were like,
Gosh.
I try to catch you. We've talked sometimes and you're like, I'm here. Well, I'm leaving by 1. I'm going to be over there.
Yes.
So how's that going for you?
Oh my gosh, this month has been the craziest month. Earlier, I was in Mexico City, like right before Michael went.
Jealous.
And then,
Nice.
the last almost 2 weeks, I was in Eugene, then I went to Seattle, and then Omaha, and
Oh, wow.
now I'm back here. And then now I leave to San Antonio this weekend.
Well, it's
So-
Amazing.
Yeah, I was like, for people who don't know, like, I guess just tell people like what you do, why you're traveling so much. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am a tech rep for Brooks Running, and so I cover like the whole South Texas area. So that's like Houston, San Antonio, down to the Valley, Corpus, College Station. So I have to travel a lot to San Antonio,
Yeah.
and then also for work, I get to travel outside of the state too. So I usually go to Seattle like at least once a year,
Okay.
and then I'll help out with like some other events out of state too.
Okay, nice. So
That's
yeah.
why I'm
Are
always
you loving
moving.
it? Do you like traveling?
Yes,
I'm like,
no,
how
I
they
love-
got you? They're like, you'll be traveling all the time.
No, I love it. Like, I love Seattle. I wish that I could be there more, honestly, but just to like go explore on my own. And then it was my first time going to Eugene. Never been to Nebraska before, so that was a first time. So I just get
I know,
to,
it's just like,
Wait, Eugene, Texas or Eugene, Oregon?
Eugene, Oregon.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
because I had to
like-
make
I'm
sure.
like, "Where's the Eugene, Texas?
Well, I have no idea. That's why.
he's just like straight up like, where is it?
I've actually been to Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
You're like,
Track
which
town.
one? The made up one or the only one I know?
No, that's literally what I was. I was like, is there a Eugene, Texas?
Oh my God. I mean, it's big enough. I wouldn't
I
question
mean,
it.
yeah,
Probably
there's
is.
like a Paris, Texas, so.
Yeah. It's hilarious, but true.
Yeah.
But no, that's amazing. So for Brooks, I mean, obviously, I think in social handles, we see you really into all like the community events and stuff. Is that kind of like what got you in? It was just like kind of the traveling and community aspect of it? Or were you just like, I'm an avid runner and I do things?
No. No, that definitely.
What was the hook?
That definitely wasn't it. So I worked like at a store out in San Antonio,
Okay.
a running store. And so like I would see reps come in and I would be, or I'm like good friends with them. So they would like put on these really cool events and then I would like go to some run clubs in San Antonio too, like create that connection. And I just thought that it was so cool that you can make like a really fun community out of it. And like, even though I don't live in San Antonio anymore, I always like hang out with those people
Yeah.
from the run club. Like, feel like we're very close knit. They're the reason why I went to Eugene, because basically the whole team out there flew up to Eugene. I was like, I am gonna have FOMO if I don't go.
Nice.
With everyone. So headed up there. But yeah, it's just like making it more into like a team aspect, because I ran in college and I really missed having that like team bonding experience, and like not having that just like sucks. Like running,
Yeah,
is
you're
not
like, you're an
fun.
adult here on your own now.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't want to be by myself running. Like, that's not the best part. Like, to me, it's like to share those miles with friends and then do something fun afterwards, whether it's like go walk and get some coffee
Yeah.
or just do something else.
absolutely.
I think that's what being from New York, right? People always ask me what do I miss, and I was like, I just miss like weirdly enough being around people, and not so much like
You're like, I don't want to
being
talk
with
to
them,
them.
but like just seeing so much people around me all the time, you know, but just still living in a very anonymous life where like just people are just coming by. But here it's like, you know, we have to throw on these like community events, run
We're just so
clubs,
spread
all
out.
that stuff, you know, so that's where we actually meet and intermingle and have that sense of community, you know, and like you said, which is my favorite line, sharing those miles with. I was like, that was so cute. I know, I'm really writing that down. I was like, oh, that was such a cute little statement. I'm gonna write that.
Yeah.
Henry shares it with us by his phone, and then just telling everybody he's better than everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm
He's like, I'm working out. And then it's just
Yeah.
like, Henry already closed his ring, blah, 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 blah. And we're like,
Yeah, I
right.
was about to say, like, you guys are able to, like, do that on the Apple Watch,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah,
you can
I
just
mean,
see,
I'm
like,
a
kind of
very-
motivate people.
They're very, I know, the staff hates seeing it because they like sleep in until like 3 p.m. And like, she talks about me, but she's up at 5 a.m. I'm over here at like 9 a.m. I
morning
was like, I have
person.
nothing to prove at fucking 5 a.m. All right. I'm not trying to work out at 5 a.m. 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm always at Barry's. I was like,
In case you're wondering where he's at.
yeah, I was like, in case you know, I'm ignoring you and everything. For that hour, I'm at Barry's every other day, if not every day.
Yeah, this is true. And it needs to be the first thing I do, or it's not getting done.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the no traffic. I like the sereneness of it. And then I
Yes.
get home, and I'm like the most productive person ever. And then I come to the restaurant, and then I'm like, I had a full ass day before I even
before
came here.
all of you guys.
I know you. I'm like, you look like you just woke up.
I tell our staff that all the time too. They're always like, "Oh, how do you guys do so much?" And I'm just like, I don't know. I've been up since 7 a.m. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, me sleeping in is
You
8
really
a.m.
cracked the code when you start waking up earlier, you know?
No, like, it's honestly been really hard for me to get up super early recently, but I love the time that I have for myself in the morning when I do that. Because then I'm like, no one bother me. Like, this is my time. I remember, like, even when I was still living with my parents, they would be home at like 8 or 7, but they're usually not there. And then I'd be like, why are you in my house? Like, this is my time for myself after.
You're like, excuse me.
Yeah.
That's adorable. I like it when I'm at my parents' house. They live out in Cyprus, so when I go out there, I try to like at least spend the night or something. So I'm with them a little bit longer, and I like it because I wake up and there's like, it smells like coffee, and then there's already like something getting done. Hopefully tortillas. I'm like. So yeah, they're just spoiled, but that's like their every day. I just happen to be there.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we just wake up, you know.
You're going your morning walk.
And then we have coffee, and I'm like, oh, see, I want that life.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, well, might as well start now. Get it together and then be able to kind of have my own time for sure. Now I'm a new dog mom, so now I have a dog. If I don't wake up on time, now he's waking me up. So, and being able to like go on a walk with him, take him out, all of that. And yeah, just I think mentally like prepare myself for the day. Especially, I mean, we come in here with our whole team and the guests, but I know for you, I mean, you're putting all these community events. I think you kind of got to work on yourself to be able to like exude all that energy and be like, I'm here, I'm present. You know, you have to take in those quiet moments for yourself.
No, literally, I felt like since I travel so much, I try to find like some time throughout the day where it's like, okay, I'm just going to do something really small and it's just going to be me. Like, I'm going to try to not be on my phone and just like live in that moment.
Absolutely.
Take it all in. Because then after that, I'm like, gotta go here, there.
And it's part of your work too, like, you know, with like upcoming events. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of computer work for you with all the traveling and stuff. So it's like making those mental notes of just like, can I disconnect? Like, that'd be helpful. Or just like, it's nice to just forget, you know, your phone. It's nice. When you're like, oh yeah, where's my phone? Like, I like that. I like when I get those moments. That's oh God. If he's not in the building, I'm just like, I know I'm not gonna get a response anytime soon, but I'm just gonna send it out. And I make it a point when he's off to not message anything either, or to just message stuff that like, I just need you to acknowledge this. I don't need no response. Because we're just so connected all the time.
Yeah.
I will say, when I moved to Houston, and I've said this a bunch of times where it's like, you know, in New York, I'm just like, have my phone, have an extra battery pack, have a charger, have a change of outfit, you know, a change of shoes.
Oh, in New York, everything was your whole life.
And then I'm leaving this house and I'm not coming back. I was like, so I have to have everything with me. And and then I similar to this lifestyle where I was just like, maybe I have a change of clothes in my car. I never have a charger. My battery's always at 10%. I was like, nothing's fully charged. Yeah, nothing's fully charged whatsoever. And then I just leave my shit everywhere. You know, I was like, so half the day I was like, oh yeah, I don't have my phone. I have no idea where it is. But especially when I'm in this building in June, like if she's here, I'm like, who else is texting me? It's like normally the text I get is about work and everything. And so, but then when I'm out of here, it's the worst. Like I would leave my phone in my car like all day long and not even think about it and everything. And just
Do you just like leave it on the seat though?
Huh?
Do you sometimes leave it on the
it would just be there like in the charger in my car.
Oh my
and it's like, where's my car? And then like 4 days will go by and I'll be like, you know what? I haven't seen my wallet. I was like, let me go look for it and everything. And like, but it's just like a different lifestyle here.
Of being, I guess because it's just like we have to drive everywhere and whatnot. And it's just like, I know once I leave that house, I'm not going to come back here.
Yeah. You do the,
like drive back home.
Yeah, you do the whole like phone, key, wallet, check.
Yeah.
You got everything.
Yeah, no, a friend
Nomadic
was
life.
telling me how, like, oh yeah, I get off my phone at like 4 or 7 and I don't get on it after that. And I was like, oh, I need to start doing that. Like, they just...
Like after work, just like...
Yeah.
Oh.
They just like stop. Like they're off their phone.
See, when I have a thought and then I have my phone, I would text someone at like 4 a.m.
No, yeah, I've
You
done
know,
that
and
for
I'd be
sure.
like blah 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 blah, and then like not think about it because and then that's the irrational side of me, and then the rational side of me, I'm just like, okay, it's 4 a.m. They're not gonna get back to me, but the worst thing to do is to get back to me at 4 a.m. And then I'm just shooting more. I know.
Yeah.
And now I'm just shooting you more messages.
Because you know I'm not talking to anybody else.
No, that's what happens when I get an idea too, and it's like, okay, I need to get this out because if not, I'm gonna be thinking about it all night long, and then I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
Are you a introvert or extrovert?
I would say like a little bit of both. I don't know. It
What's
depends
the third
on the
one? There's a third
situation.
one. There's
Oh,
a
like
third
the
one
in
now.
between.
Yeah.
Well, I always ask because I mean your work is so social.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, and do you find yourself like your days to be a lot more draining because?
Yeah, like, well, for me, it depends because sometimes I just thrive off of the energy of like that day when I do have an event or just like being out and seeing people. But then it could be like, oh, okay, on my day off, I kind of don't want to go out anymore and I just want to stay in. Because I feel like Michael was always like, oh, like you should try this place or that place or this place. I'm like, I would love to, but I kind of just don't want to go out right now. I just want to like stay inside.
Yeah, you're like, my work brings me out
Yes.
every day.
Yes. No. Yeah.
And with that said, well, the events you're part of, are you on like the creative side of it or of just like making the connection for people? How does that work for you?
Yeah, so it depends. Like, I would say most of the events that I've put on have been like through me, like kind of thinking of an idea and everything, which is so fun because I get to have like a lot of autonomy with it.
Yeah.
But then other times it can be like, a certain running store or maybe a run club has an idea and they bring it to me and then they see if I can like be there.
Bring it back to life.
Yeah. So, yeah, it happens either way. Sometimes it is nice to have other people be like, hey, I have like this idea, like would love to have you out there. And I'm like, okay, great. Like I get to be in the back seat this time.
Oh, for sure.
But sometimes I am a little bit controlling. So when does come to like my events that I'm putting on and I have the ideas for, I'm like, okay, it has to look like this. I want it to feel like this, exude this specific type of energy.
Yeah. And for those like events, is it like, obviously it's like the community and the running aspect of it. But putting them together, is there like a part that you're like, I really wanted to just like be this for other people? Like you said, you really enjoy the running and sharing it with other people. Is that kind of the drive behind it of putting these things together? It just happens to be with Brooks.
No, I mean, it's Brooks for a specific reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what I want people to feel is basically like that was, I had a great time and maybe like running played a little part of it. It's more of like, how did this make me feel? Like, was I happy? Did I meet like some new people? Oh yeah, I got to have like this really cute like sticker item that like, it's not just that specific item. It speaks more to that person. So sometimes I try to do like themed ones. So like a cowboy hat or something, or like, I think in San Antonio, I did like some Fiesta inspired ones. So something that like really speaks to that community and culture of the city. Just because I love like packaging, and then when things just look a little bit more like put together and you can tell that there's like intention.
Yeah.
I'm very much into like the little details of things. So I just want people to be like, yeah, like this was great. Like I could tell the intentionality behind it. And now I want to go to like all the events.
Okay, nice. So definitely more of like the social and how you're making other people feel coming into the events. I think especially to just with also just the pickup. How long have you been in this actually?
I've been a guru for 1 year.
For a year? Okay.
But I've been in the running industry since 2020.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like definitely, obviously, COVID times had a huge impact on just, it shifted everyone's life, right?
Yeah.
And like, okay, now we're thinking, it was other like, you became an alcoholic. And you just went in, you made sourdough, or you're just like, man, I need to get healthy, right?
Yeah.
I need to look into, I took that route. Like the first like couple weeks was just like so sad. And then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have a drink. And I'm like, why the fuck am I drinking by myself? You know, I was like, this is not right. This is not, I'm like, no. And I'm a social drinker and I would go out and, you know, I'm in the food industry. It's like a normal thing and go out after a shift, have a drink. So when that's taken away, then you're just like, I don't have hobbies or anything else other than work. And then I would go drink and hang out. So it's like, what was going to be the next step? Because obviously once you realize that this was not going to go anywhere, it was going to be a minute, and what we thought our normal life was going to be completely different. I think a lot of the health, moved on up. Is not, obviously it's always been important.
Yeah.
It's just maybe it was put in the back burner. And then seeing, being kind of like cut off from people in society and any social events. So like coming back into it and understanding that like, well, it's okay if we're outside, right? Yeah. So like all this like run club, biking, parks, like all that just like blew up. And I think it really helped us kind of like reconnect with people, right? Because it was just like the internet, all of that. As it being like the brand new thing with social media, kind of blurring all those lines, it was easy to stay home but still feel connected. And then when you were like, no, well, now you can't go outside. You're like, well, what do you mean? And like before it used to be an option. Yeah, now I want to go outside. Before it was an option. And then now that it wasn't, it really like reconnected people and just like, okay, now maybe I should shift and look into my health. And then run clubs just like freaking skyrocketed.
I know. And it's insane because I remember being like...
I don't think they're new.
Yeah, no. Like being in middle school and being on the cross country team, like everyone was like, oh, like y'all are the dorks and everything. And I'm like, I kind of miss those times, but I will say like it's really cool what it has done for the sport of running and brought so many more like people aware of like, oh, these like athletes that have been working their butt off for so long are like getting the appreciation that they deserve. Like these brands are pushing out new things. And just honestly, like the marketing style has changed and the fashion of it has evolved too, which is just really cool.
Like dad shoes. Yeah. So now it's like, I mean, they're still kind of like that. They're still there.
The lifestyle shoes from the running brands are still coming in.
Yeah, they're still coming in. But I think that definitely was like a shift on just, style. Yeah. And people kind of looking into brands now. And like, now I think it wasn't just like, oh, it's just a shoe. Now there's a meaning to it. There's a meaning for you using Brooks. There's a reason why you're using it. You like the lifestyle of it, right? It was just like, it means that I kind of care about my health. I like to, go out and do like outside stuff. And like, I think like it was there was just a better connection to it than just being like, oh, well, it's a running shoe because, I need to watch out for my ankle and like this and that. And I think the fashion definitely changed and shifted where now you see people just wearing running shoes and they're like, they're not even running. Yeah. But they like how they look now,
And they're me today. I'm such a poser today. I know. I'm like hiding my shoes right now. I'm such a poser today. No, I brought a change of shoes. I went to go work out in these.
He's like, no, let me go.
Well, like you were saying, I mean, a shoe. I'm a boy, a shoe was a shoe to me. I was like, and my friend works at Dick's Sporting Goods. and I was telling her, I was like, man, I was like, when I run, my fucking ankle like
Yeah.
kills. I was like, my knee hurts. And she's like, well, what are you wearing? I was like, I'm wearing this like foamy thing. I don't know, it looks cool.
Yeah.
It looked like it would help me.
And then and then she like looked at my feet and she was like, oh, I see that, you know, all your shoes
go
goes
in.
like inwards. You need something more balanced and blah, blah, blah. She used all these terminologies. And I was like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. You know, I was like, and she was an athlete, you know, she ran competitive, and so like she has a better understanding of what all this was and everything. And I'm just like, I just run because, you know, that was
trying to be healthy.
Yeah, just, you know, and that's how she introduced me to Brooks, you know, and then ever since then I was like, I've been wearing it since 2012 now, you know. And I was like,
But did they get cuter?
And it's always been
They've gone cuter.
This episode is sponsored by
But they've gone cuter.
yeah, and then it became my everyday shoe. And even in the kitchen, I was like, I find myself I was like, it just gives me so much more support.
Yeah, I think I asked you, I was like, is there anything like non-slip?
I was gonna say that. I was like, the only issue is the non-slip,
Yeah.
you know, because then our walk-ins like slip and slide, right? I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna bust my ass and everything. But on the line, right? I have, you know, we're constantly shifting our bodies, you know. I'm kind of like almost like if I'm about to take off for the sprint and everything, especially when we're working in line, we do like spins and everything, like a lot of movement that some runners would do, you know. I was like, and I need the support. The only problem is that they're non-slip, you know, and I try not to bust my ass.
But you guys will be so happy to know that we're coming out with a non-slip one.
I know she told me before because I literally was like, I asked her, I like messaged you and I was just like, but is there a non-slip version of this? Because they're fucking comfortable.
You heard it here.
You heard it here.
It's coming out. It's
Yes. You can credit us. It's fine.
Hey, and I do tell everyone, I was like, hey, now when my friends would ask me, I'm still not a professional whatsoever, but I was like, there are people who actually know, because you can't just buy a shoe, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then to have a brand that I actually like and have been wearing for years and have been great on my old ass used body now, you know, like it's
beat up body.
Yeah, I was like used
and abused.
It's great, you know. I was like, and I do wear it every day and I enjoy it.
Yay, that's so exciting though.
No,
That's really cool. I didn't know.
And reasoning of just like the lifestyle because people are using it more out and about, or was there a reason for actually looking into getting a non-slip shoe of it? Do you know, or they're just like we've been working on it?
It's something that people have been asking for. I mean, there are many people that, you know, they're wearing it at the restaurant. They're wearing it like a lot of like UPS workers, FedEx, and you have to have
they're
like
in their feet all day. Yeah.
So we are just trying to be like very inclusive. Like we listen to the runner, walker, whoever is using our product. And so now we're gonna have one out. And I think it's so funny because when I first met Michael,
we're gonna get all the
and
stuff in it.
I believe we met here. It was the first time.
No.
Well, no, like to like meet up and like talk.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the first time.
No.
And then
My brain doesn't work.
Wow.
and then he was like, oh yeah, like the chefs here, like they really love Brooks, all this stuff. And then I think he like showed me one of y'all's like, you're
me. I was just like, how many times do I have
your
to tag
DMs?
Brooks?
Yeah, your DMs. And then I think he showed me your Instagram, and like I saw that you were like wearing the shoes like for the
And Henry
the
got
Top
me
Chef.
into it because of it too.
Yeah, and I
Oh
was
my God, are you
like,
kidding me? They made a sprint. So I was like, I'm putting my running shoes on.
You never
I was like,
know.
I might die, but I know I'll get there first. I was like,
And that's true, and that's what we had to like. We planned accordingly, and then like there's pictures of me just like standing like this. Henry's like, "Why are you standing so weird?" And I was like, "Cause I had a sport bra on. I didn't know. I have running shoes and sport bra on because I don't know when they're gonna just make me book it out of nowhere because I have 2 seconds to cook something."
because I mean, it's a sport in itself. Like what you guys are doing, or like a marathon, honestly. Like if you go throughout the day. Like, especially if it's one of your big days where, like, you're like, oh, we're like, having this special...
12, 14-hour day is nothing, you know? So it's like, when we see that we were in our feet up and down, whatever it may be, but definitely the Brooks, you know, I got into it because Henry kind of told me about it because I was like, okay, I'm starting my health journey. I need better shoes. I've always been like up and down, like checking everything out, trying to test out different shoes and stuff. And then, just like, I really enjoyed how my feet felt, how I could wear them most of the day. But I've always been like, I wear multiple shoes during the day, right? Like my house shoes one, my going out to do groceries is another, my gym is another, my restaurant one's another. So switching in between shoes, even if there were like a couple of Brooke ones, I knew that, you know, I could switch through them and knew that I was going to be taking care of my feet. So that's really exciting. That's going to be non-slip. Because, well, if you want to do anything with chefs, let me tell you, we're about to get everybody into Brooke shoes, especially if they're
We do
non-slip.
tell everyone. Yeah.
Literally.
Because
We're not
everyone
even
do
lying.
ask. That is one of the number one questions. You know, what kind of knife do you use, and then what do you wear?
What shoes?
Yeah,
'cause
what
we're on
shoes
our
do you
feet
put on?
all day?
Because everyone, we all go home and our feet just like killing.
Well, then you
us.
sit down and then you're like,
It's like aching. Yeah.
like no one talk to me.
Yeah, I get really sad when I don't have my Brooks here. I'm like, huh, I have to keep these other shoes on.
I know, the ones that
rest-
just look cute and have no support whatsoever.
Yeah. No,
Those are nice.
I was working at like this fast food barbecue place in San Antonio called Bill Miller's. Not the best, but I would be like on my feet all day and like my flat non-slip shoes, and then I'd be like, oh, okay, like what little insoles can I slip into this? Because now my legs are hurting after working
absolutely.
for so long.
And your
But
knees,
yeah.
just like no cushion. We're in like cement floors, you know?
yeah, and it's like, who would have thought we'd be talking about shoes like this?
Yeah.
It's important. People need to talk
When
more
I was
about
little,
this.
I was just like, do they light up?
Yeah, I would like walk on my
was all that
heels
mattered.
all
I
the
love the
time.
rollies.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming back. I saw a little girl, they were at their restaurant, with them. And then I just like see her gliding and I'm like, well, I met the parents and everything, you know, and I was like, are those like wheelies? And they're like, they're coming back. I'm like, are they lighter now? Because they used to be so heavy for us
thick.
and thick.
Yeah.
And then you have to like take out the wheel, put it back in, and then take it off
Yeah.
to hide it back in there. And then you're like clacking around because they're so heavy. But apparently they're getting lighter for the kids, you know? We got to look out for them.
We do like non-slip wheelie shoes, that way you guys can like just roll around whenever,
And
like
eat
stop.
shit.
Working on something.
It's
Right.
like eat
Stop.
shit. I was
Okay.
like, fall into the fryer.
The idea is getting worked on right now. We'll see how that comes out. No, that's so funny. But yeah, no, I think, yeah, like Henry said, like our feet and our shoe choices are very important. You know, I think, like I said, after kind of like that whole being like, hey, we need to put attention to our health some more.
Our body, yeah.
And our body, understanding that like, you know, it's not just fashion. It's like we have to make sure that we're taking care of our knees, our ankles, our freaking soles and stuff. And knowing that like, you know, brands like Brooks are actually listening and understanding that we're trying to use them beyond the random, or not random, but the meaningful running and then the random mundane things in life. It's really cool that they're listening and that they're still making it cute.
Yeah, no, like whenever you were talking about that earlier, I was like, wow, that's at sales meeting that I was at like a week ago. That's literally what we talk about. Like we
Making it
know our
cute.
consumer, like we know that this shoe isn't going to be used just for the workout. They're going to be using it for everything else. Like how can we make it better? So yeah, no, that is
Nice.
legit what we're doing.
Yay!
We'll happily be your test.
I know. You let us know when to jump in. We'll be here for you. You'd be in the kitchen like,
yeah,
yeah.
Twirling in our
them out,
kitchen.
yeah.
you'll do like a little Top Chef in your kitchen to test them out. Really
Yeah.
see.
Go.
Yeah, no. We're just gonna have a speed round. We're gonna test these shoes out in the kitchen. Hopefully you don't eat shit. You know,
Yeah.
that's the hope.
If it does, then it's
And
not.
you're like,
perfect.
we're going
It
back
was
to
fine.
going back to square one. Oh my God. Well, that's exciting news, first of all. So I'm so happy that that's something that's getting worked on. But overall, I think we're just so excited that we actually like got to sit down and like talk to you.
Yes, for sure.
And not in passing or about work.
Yeah, no.
But it's so exciting. A little bit about
little
work.
bit.
A little bit.
But it's nice to spend time with you guys because I feel like I'm always like, oh, I'm heading here. I'm heading here.
Yeah.
Like,
Or dropping by to pick something up.
I know,
yeah,
exactly.
because I have Tuesdays as a work from home day.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Usually. And then I'm always like, yeah, you guys are closed.
You and everyone. The amount of people that actually show up here on Tuesday, I'm like, should we open?
Choose a different day to have it as an
Maybe close another day. Yeah, and I was like,
do like a Monday.
yeah, well, we did it because a lot of places used to be closed Mondays, but now a lot of places are starting to close Tuesday.
Yeah.
So then it's like, now we'll see. But anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so happy we're your first
Yes.
podcast. Wow.
Love it.
I'm sure you have a bunch of exciting events coming up. So everyone, please make sure to follow her. And know that she's putting in some really cool events. And beyond the running, it's about, how the community comes together and what you kind of take out of it in the sense of just how you feel and getting to connect with other people that happen to run. So thank you so much. You just happen to. You're like, it's a little small.
Yeah, that's something small.
Awesome. And so we have one last question for you.
Okay.
The basis of the show, really.
The basis of the show.
The foundation.
Okay.
I know.
Of this
We always
podcast.
make everybody so, they're like,
Is it something with potatoes?
how do you like your loaded potato?
Ooh, okay. I think some chopped lean brisket,
Yeah.
some cheese.
Texas.
I know. She's
I have to. Some chives in it, a little bit of sour
She bougie.
cream.
Sour cream must.
Chives,
Oh, a little bit of barbecue sauce. I don't want it I don't want a
Drowning.
ton.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's how I like my loaded
Nice.
potato.
Yes.
great.
Awesome. Well, now you know. Now you know all her deep secrets of how she enjoys her loaded potato.
Yes, it's the best way.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. I hope to catch you in the next one. And we'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.